Welcome to the workshop again, Jonas and Olivia. I want to give you another progress report from how I'm getting on with the guitars. First of all, I don't think I'll be coming in September because I haven't been able to get a visa up till now. There are some historical issues. So I've had to apply for a visa several times in the past, and this time it's become more difficult. But I'm still hoping that I will be able to travel, but unless it happens quite quickly, it's not going to be this September, possibly next September. But that will give me an opportunity to get the guitars finished and then try them out and play them for a while before bringing them over. They are going to be for you, even if I have to send them over. That's my commitment, if you like. It's my decision. So yes, I have had difficulties in the past because I grew 2 cannabis plants in my parents' garden when I was a teenager. I was only 17. And it was not a serious thing. I never got involved in drugs, but I did get caught. So that's the reason. And then having disclosed that to the embassy in previous trips to the States when I was part of the Bruderhof communities, then I have to then always tell them about it again. But by this time now, having been nearly 50 years, there is no trace of any criminal record. And that means that the Americans, visa people, are not happy about that because it's like, well, there's no records, there's nothing. So that's the problem. But it's like there isn't any reason why I shouldn't be able to get a visa. I mean, I've been the last 15 years in the UK, I've been working as a government enforcement officer. So I've been in a trusted, if you like, position of authority within the local government, and it's like I'm a trusted person, so there is no reason, but we'll have to see what happens. And anyway, let's just get on to the guitars. So these, I've now built the boxes for the guitars, they're complete. So I put the binding on last week, and I put the pickups inside. They've both got LR Baggs lyric pickups inside. I've had more disasters, if you like. I have had some disasters. I've had some issues. It's been quite difficult, but I pressed through and got the things done. So, for example, originally the guitar sides that I bought from my supplier and tried to bend were not good enough. They started cracking all over the place. So I had to then go back to my supplier and get new guitar blanks, side blanks. So, but these are fine, and they look very similar to the back. The back was the original material. The sides are a different mahogany material, but they look very similar. The design of the guitars is quite similar to the Godin Seagull that I play. Quite a similar size and shape. So I know that the size and shape works. They're smaller than the guitar that I made last year. They're both smaller, and so it's a small body dreadnought with a fairly wide guitar. They're about 4.5 inches. I would have made them even a bit more, maybe 5 inches deep, but something happened and I wasn't able to. So yes, as I say, I put the pickups in, the lyric pickup in, and then while I was cleaning it, the microphone detached from the inside, so that was a bit of a worry. But I had some more adhesive pads, and I managed to reattach it. So it's like, it is quite difficult to install a pickup when it's all installed, when it's all put together. So I did it before. I put the back on, to make it easier for myself, but I did have a problem when I was cleaning it out, just taking dust out afterwards. So so the body is completely finished. These guitars are going to get done, definitely. And the necks, I've got 2 necks. These are the necks that I'm going to put on. Again, I've made these. I went up to Scotland to mostly to do these with my guitar tutor, Mark. And what I've got to do is cut the joints at this top bit. So it's a tenon joint, and it goes into the guitar there, and then attaches with 2 bolts and some glue. So I've got to do all of this, and then put the fretboard on, put the plate on the top, and then put the wheel symbol that is the design at the top. Yeah. So in terms of the design, I also want to. I've tried to make them as strong as possible, but also to make the top as thin as possible, because that's where you get the sound. So hopefully, you've got that. They're very resonant. They're extremely resonant. I think they're going to be quite loud guitars, which is what you want, really. You don't really want a dull, quiet guitar. You want something that's really going to resonate well. That's the hope. They also need to be strong. I mean, I was thinking today that it's like with a guitar, the design is really important. So with a guitar, you probably can't see it, but you might be able to see. Well, you can get what they call bellying on the top, which is where this part of the guitar comes out a bit, and you just see like a little bit of a curve. That's not what you want. So I'm hoping that these will be all right. I've tried to build strength in, but they are very thin tops. So again, that's what I'm hoping. I need to test them. I need to make sure they're going to be okay. And maybe on future guitars, I'll perhaps extend the bridge plate, which is the plate underneath the bridge that strengthens the underneath the guitar top, to maybe make it a bit bigger so it stops any bellying of the guitars, because that's like a distortion of the body of the guitar, and it can affect the how long the guitar will last for. So what else was I going to say? Yeah, these are all wood. They're an all wood construction. That's what I feel is right for a guitar. It should be all solid wood, and the binding is flame maple. So the binding that I put on is flame maple. It should give a nice bright appearance when that's all oiled at the end, and I think that's it really. But just to say, I'm not discouraged just because there's a bit of a delay. It's just a big project for me. This is taking a long time. I suppose I retired from my job in the end of March, and it's now mid-July. It's just so much work, particularly if you're learning, and I'm learning. This is a new thing for me. I've only ever made one guitar before, so this is number 2 and number 3. And when I made my first guitar, it was up in Scotland with Mark, and it was 1-to-1 tuition. So this is I'm learning to do things on my own with and buying machinery as I need it. So yeah, so it's taking a long time, but it is. I'm really enjoying it, to be honest. And also it's just like, if I can do something that will help and support really excellent musicians, not just yourselves but others as well, by creating something that will help people to slow down in worship, to go deeper in worship, a lower sound. That's an amazing thing if I can help others in that way. And there isn't really anything else in life apart from serving the Lord and helping other people. What else is there? Obviously you have to make a living sometimes, but I guess I'm a bit older, so I'm at that point where I don't need to think about that quite so much. I can more think about ministry, serving God, hearing His words, and supporting other people. So that's it, really. I do hope to meet you, but it may not be yet. However, if the visa comes through, I will get them all done, and I will come out in September. But I suspect that it's going to be next September or thereabouts. Okay, thanks very much. Yeah, cheers. Bye-bye.